many CRMs have you tested and you keep coming back to the problem of, I'm a VIP of a coach and consultant, all of this automation is great, but I just need a simple database-driven CRM for my business because I really don't have this many clients that I need to send through a huge CRM system. Okay, everybody, I feel your pain. You know how much I love automation and fanciness and just having a sales funnel and everything just flowing nicely. Don't get me wrong, I love Nimble CRM, for example. If you are socially focused, it's amazing, but it's overkill for me. I have VIP offers. I only work on a small amount of one-on-one clients. Everything else is group-based or becoming group-based. So make sure you're my newsletter if you want to get updated on the new offers that are coming. But I digress. If you are a coach and consultant that works with a small amount of clients, you don't need a full-fledged automated CRM, HubSpot setup, fanciness, all the stuff, and all the cost, right? So let me show you how I have been handling my leads as of, pretty much beginning of the year is when we started to really clean up this CRM database, client collection, whatever the hell you want to call it, setup right here in ClickUp. I simply didn't want to spend money on another tool. I didn't use all the feature it had. I just needed to make sure my clients don't slip through the cracks, and I know exactly what's going on because this brain is not getting younger and I do not remember everything happens. So today you are getting a fancy behind the scenes look at my own workspace. We are not going into the sandbox. So let's head on over to my ClickUp workspace and I'll show you how we have been handling our CRM right here in ClickUp. Now we have played around with quite a few setups, multiple lists, multiple custom views and all the things. And we have found this setup to be the most advantaged one. Not just for me, but also for my clients. So what we do is we have a space right here in ClickUp called customer success. As you can see, there is more right down there. There is some databases in there for some gifts for your clients, maybe even other vetted consultants that I work with. But today we are focusing on my Client CRM folder. In that Client CRM folder, you will see leads, which is actually leads, past clients, inactive clients, people that never turned into clients. It's all in one list. Then applications. Yes, I do have applications to work with me one-on-one. I want to make sure we are the right fit. And if we are not the right fit, who can I send you to? Then calls scheduled. We'll come to that later. That's automated. And we actually can delete, bye-bye, that past client list because we just finished moving everything into this new setup. Now, what is this new setup? Within leads, you have all of your clients. Everything is right there. No, we are not working with relationships. It's just a mess. It doesn't help you anything in here. We want simple, clean, and usable. With that, we have multiple different custom views right up here in ClickUp. All of those are ClickUp list views. Perfect for me. If you like your board view, you can use that too. And we then used filters to make sure it only shows what we want it to show. In this case, I want to see the client stage right here, even if it's not set, or a discovery call, which shows me all of the leads that are here. Now, to be said, we have two actual lead views. One for the information, as you can see right here, or not, because you don't need to know who my clients are. First and last name, which is blurred out, happy guessing, their email, their company name, their company title and role, their website, their phone number, what they told me about their business, how big their team is, how many clients they serve, what schedule their team works on, if they have a OBM, a PMP, if they have anybody taking care of their processes and workflows, what ClickUp plan are they on, What methodology are they following? What would they like to achieve? If I could whip my magic wand, how would that look like? Anything else I should know? Their LinkedIn profile and potentially where they got referred from. This gives me a perfect big picture of all of the client information that I need. Now, when you are actually working on your leads, I don't care necessarily about the client information. I need to know where in that lead stage they are. So with that, we have a custom view called lead stages. Again, same setup as before, but we chose different custom fields right in here. And if you don't know how to set up these custom fields, I have more than enough videos on my YouTube channel on that, so make sure you watch the Getting Started playlist. Now in here in the setup, what is that client stage? Are they in the discovery call? Are they an active client? Are they a past client? Are they not a client at all? What is that lead process? I have a specific flow on that lead process of my initial email. They didn't reply. Cool, you don't want to work with me? Fine. Now the email doesn't sound like that, but that's pretty much what it says. As well as, okay, cool, we are done. Service has been recommended. But we also have lead stages, meaning one lost, keep warm, referred, not a fit, need some tech help, that kind of thing. As you see, we need to mark these complete and send those off because they just went quiet. Happens. Where did they come from? That is our lead source. Who referred them to me potentially? How much are they ready to spend? That is part of my onboarding questionnaire. What is the account value? Which services did they have from me? This one right here actually tags, which then allows me to add multiple ones. And then who is the investment maker? Who actually says that you're gonna pay me? Who decides if I'm getting hired? We have another view with all of the active clients, the ones we actually work with. As you can see, client stage is active in here. And we have the same kind of information there of, okay, what's the account value? The nice thing is you easily can sum up the account value field and know exactly the money that's happening. As well as kind of like a collect for all of the past clients, which simply is client stage as in active. This allows us to really have all the information we need to stay on top of everything. Now, I told you before, we have a little bit of magic happening in here. The application one is an application form. If you are not coming through my regular scheduler, it's the same kind of questions, but they rather come in through that form, apply to work with me, and they then get a scheduler link to schedule their discovery call. Where the real magic happens is called scheduled. This is an automation that grabs my calls scheduled through Book Like a Boss and plugs them right in here. Now, as you can see, I already assigned all of those calls. What I do then, once those calls came in, look right here. They are getting moved and become a subtask to the client in my leads list, which seriously needs to be renamed because it's not just leads, but we already talked about that. And with that, you have a perfect all over picture view of what's happening with your clients, with your past clients, with your active clients, with your future clients. You have the calls right in here. You have a start date, which is not on the call. You don't need that. I only have the start date right on the client task itself, which by the way also automatically happens through an automation. I usually do not assign myself to this database simply because I don't want to have it all over my calendar. With a start date in here and a potential due date in here, you would just black out your whole calendar, which is why you don't see me assigned here. I'm only assigned to those calls. And this is how easy you can build a CRM database setup right here in ClickUp. Now, if you're struggling on figuring all of this out, how to actually set this up and do all the custom fields, I have a ClickUp Getting Started playlist for you that walks you through the exact how-to, setting up your custom fields, moving things around. It's all in this playlist, so go watch that if you're struggling with that. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? I want to see you in the next video, and pop in the comment sections. We've been having some really great conversations lately.